Good evening, everybody. We haven't started Warcraft in a while, but there's a pre-patch. Oh my god, why am I still at my garrison? What was I doing at my garrison? Probably invasions. Yeah, so I'm gonna do the pre-patch first, in case you're wondering, and then we play Zelda, because I haven't had a chance to look at it yet, and everyone's complaining. So I want to complain, or at least I want to know what I'm complaining about. So we shall see. And yes, I'm no longer wearing the dagger because the staff is actually better. Painfully.
I can interrupt my calendar.
What do you think of Flock Farm is dimensional? Thanks for the resub, Fulce. Welcome back. Welcome back. How you doing? Also, evening, Dawn. Evening, Rogue. Evening, Alex. Does others see the Twitch difference? What's wrong with Twitch? Or not wrong with Twitch? I don't see anything different. The layout's new, really? What's new about it? Or did I just not... Did I not okay that? Is she morally grey as a lifelong Horde player struggling? It's alright. I mean, I'm sure she had very good reason for it. Also, I feel like we were supposed to get this quest when we entered, right? Or is it when you go to Stormwind? I'll go to Stormwind, see what happens. Yeah, I don't see anything new either. I'm probably just missing it. Feels like it could be random farms with random Flockians, or possibly specifically designed farms for people to try or to show off. It's just a farm with a flock. Just playing with flock members, basically. It's not that deep, I'm afraid. You haven't seen a WoW stream in forever. I mean, I used to only do WoW streams. So it's been a while, yeah. Actually, I think the last one wasn't... When did we last play? We played something else, and I don't actually remember what. Did we just do LFR? I think we just did LFR at the time. Anduin, I need a quest, bro. Seriously, where do we get this quest? Do I need to get to Darnassus? Is that the thing? I think we probably need to get to Darnassus. It's a good thing I have like 7 million teleports, or this would be really annoying. It's in Darkshore, yeah, figures. Alex, that is the least helpful thing to say. But thank you, Kumik. Oh, no, don't go there, Jinsey. I don't know why I even bother re-equipping that, because all of my gear is weird now. Okay, I'm curious now, Rogue. Let me see that. Hey, Flamer. Good evening. We did dungeons as well? I don't even remember doing the dungeons. It's a bit of flying to get there. Sorry about that. This game looks like EverQuest. Close enough! The elf who gave her sass was the Alliance quest giver of the Darkshire Defense questline, though. Yeah, I heard that. That sound, could it be Shando? The Horde is approaching from the north. Yes, thank you. This is actually voiced. The north? How did... Oh, they scaled the mountains of Felwood, of course. Yeah, I should probably turn this on and turn music off. Sorry, Milfurion. And now the wisps are growing disoriented and the wall is falling! Yes, hold up. I'll be right there after I turn off the music. Okay? Give me a minute. At least, I'm pretty sure that it is all voice acted. I don't like the new shadow form, by the way. These little smoke clouds? Not a fan. Not exactly a trash mob. Yeah, I figured it was a little bit more important than just another sentinel, but still. Oh gee, EverQuest. I've never played that. I couldn't tell. Hey, Jim. Good evening. Good evening, DC. Was hoping for a much bigger reveal on who the mystery elf was in the paintings. I may have been alone on that. I mean, I kind of figured that it wasn't someone too important, because if it was, then there would have been a much more interesting death scene afterwards. Because it's like, you didn't really see much of her. She just sort of died. And there would have been, feel like there would have been more afterwards for her if she was that important. But I mean, the Sentinel was kind of important. So I don't know, I like the scene, I didn't like what happened. Hey Velico, good evening. Gender-bent cosplay of Malfurion called Milfurion. Aha! See what you did there. Can you guys get out of my dark shore, please? Hey Zir, welcome back, man. Thank you very much for the resub. How's the add-on going? You feel old because you know what EverQuest is. I think everyone knows what EverQuest is. They might have just not played it. No, that's my... Jim, that's my shadow form. That's why. She became super important. I don't know, for a bit? I didn't really have a bond with her yet. I'm sorry. Ragnar, leave immediately. It's fine, especially if you're Horde. Why am I not surprised? The suddenness of the Horde's attack gave citizens here little time to flee. Many are hiding in Lordanel, waiting for help. Locate those civilians and send them to safety. We're all counting on you, Jinsey. Of course you are. The Horde have invaded from the north, because of course they have. And I gotta kill them. What a surprise. See, this is the elf, as far as I know. Ah, not you. Oh god. There's a guy flying on top of her. But this is the elf from the cinematic. Right? At least I think that's her. Hey Nakabel. I am streaming, Filu. I like how you're whispering me in game for that. You did this 9 times today. But what's the reward that you want to do it 9 times? Warhammer Online? Definitely never played that. Yeah, so she dies, but like I've not really met her much outside of this quest line. So, oh, and she just leaves to go and fight this guy. Nice one. Also, Ragnar, you realize that if you want to play with the flock, it's alliance, right? Just throw that out there.
There is much to be done.
2 of the Horde's strongest warriors have led a charge to try and capture our fleet. We cannot allow this, Jinsey. Oh! Yeah, have I told you about the future? Gormok, Axfell, and Ragash Bloodwish. 2 people I've never heard of before. But they are definitely the Horde's greatest warrior. I swear, I promise, for real. I have cleared a path. You're in the quest hub, my guy. There's no one else. At least they're easy pickups. They're all just surrounded by warriors. I don't know why they'd be complaining. Easiest quest in the world. I've not done it yet, no. This is the first one. Hey, Mansalter. Welcome back, man. Thanks for the resub. Enjoy Warcraft for as long as that lasts. Listen. I have gear. You can't. I'm sure I'm helping right now, but it doesn't feel that way. You're super upset, but just because of a minor technicality. Okay, do tell. Nice birds in this game. There are, and I've collected all of them. Any other easy targets? Oh, you're a pretty easy target. I'm sure I'm making a grave mistake and I'll need to kill a bunch more of these while I kill the very important big Horde generals, but I don't care. Actually, I should probably go and find those first. Let's find those first. I shan't, Ragnar. You monster. Yeah, there's a lot of hordes here. Or fake hordes. Don't worry, buddy, I'm here. Also, if you haven't yet, there's actually a rare in Darkshore, or should I say in Teldrassil, which has a unique model. So if you are a hunter, you want to go and pick that up. I can't remember what he's called now, but you should. Also, thank you, DC. Kill things indeed. I'm a bit disappointed that they are going with the Horde is evil stuff again. Yeah, the thing is, right, I feel like it's just Sylvanas, like, because I obviously I want to play the Horde side as well. I'm going to play the Horde side after this one. But it for me, it seems like the rest of the Horde isn't necessarily into it. Like, it's just her. Which would make sense, because then they can just at least remove her from being a war chief, which frees up other storylines for her, which is fine. Oh, Regnos, thank you very much for the sub with Twitch Fireman. I appreciate that. Welcome to the murder flock. Alliance side in a minute. Where's everyone else that needs freeing? Seriously, no one needs my help? I'm very helpful. Oh, there you go. One more unhelpful bloke. Hello? I feel like these civilians just aren't trying to escape if this is all they needed. Yeah, and it's like, it's not like the Alliance is like completely goody-goody two-shoes either. Like, they both have issues, quote-unquote. It's just like, with Sylvanas, they just went like, oh, and then she burned down the trees, even though she was just told that there's just innocent civilians in the tree anymore. It's like, burn it all! Burn it! And it's like, I feel like I'm like a bit overboard. I don't know why they wrote her like that. Lady, I have to turn in quests. I don't know that I saved lives, they were just there. Lordanel's overrun. The Horde, they just don't relent. There's nothing we can do, Jinzi. We must find Shando and ask for his guidance. And can I ask this? Where the hell is Tyrande? Can I ask that? Because I'm gonna ask that. Where's Tyrande? What's she doing? She having a sleep-in, or what is this? Am I soloing an MMO? I'm soloing the quest, like most people usually do. That is very rude. Oh, that's also rude.
Stay still, Alliance dog. Watch me strike down one of your greatest heroes.
You didn't, he did.
A dishonorable blow. I regret.
That's a bit late for that, Starfang!
You did well.
Oh, you get a pat on the back from Lady Crazy.
My place to interfere.
My victory was inevitable. He was merely wasting my time.
She's like a standard PvPer at this point.
And be done with it. Take a moment if you like. Then take his head. Meet me at the World Tree.
You have 8 seconds to take his head.
You have led your horde in service of death. You will regret this day.
Dude.
Greetings, friend.
Here, have a Shadow Man, man. No! Oh, there you are! You late!
Not kill him, Orc. Why?
I struck without honor. I did not deserve to end him.
You damn right you didn't.
A war is without honor. How dare you spill so much innocent blood for nothing?
Not for nothing. We spill blood so that the horde will endure.
Okay, that makes no sense.
Because you spared Malfurion, I will offer you a choice. Attempt to stop me from taking him away and die, or remain there kneeling in the dirt and live.
You have a choice as well. Take him to Darnassus and both of you will fall when we conquer it. Or flee somewhere far from here, so that you both survive.
This war is lost. Teldrassil will soon fall. Take my hippogriff to Darnassus. Ensure that the Horde's occupation is as tolerant.
About that.
King Anduin gave me a hearthstone back to Stormwind. There I will tend my love's wounds and help my people find respite from
I must
this
protect
madness.
the wild.
You realize that there are people who could heal him in Stormwind as well. Oh, it's fine, just leave. Okay, what? Okay, I have a few questions. First of all, yeah. how does this ensure the survival of the Horde? Because the Horde wasn't in trouble because of the Alliance. Like, the Alliance wasn't warring with the Horde. You got Anduin leading, who is like the goodiest of two shoes, who wasn't gonna have any wars. So Saurfang, you're wrong, first of all. Second of all, the fact that he first attacks, and then like a second later he goes, no, that was wrong with me. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. It's like, I still want Saurfang as a war chief, but that was dumb. And then the fact that Tyrande comes in, first of all late, second of all she just leaves. She's like, okay, just give Malfurion the Hearthstone, let him go back, find a healer there, because, like, Stormwind has healers, they have priests, they have first aid people, and then Tyrande could be here to save her people, but instead, she just sods off and goes to sit with her love or something. Like, oh, that's productive. That's very productive, Tyrande. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, okay, so, couldn't they just fix her personality at this point? Once the Alliance got Azerite, it was over for the Alliance. Over for the Horde. I think it's over for everyone. It's just dumb. Okay, so I've already seen this, but just in case you haven't seen it yet, I'm just gonna let it play out, alright? Because it's I think it's a pretty cool movie. I just don't like what happens in it. Yes, exactly, Bilskner. Why is it so low?
Why? You've already won. Only innocents remain in the tree.
This is war.
No. This is hatred. Rage. Windrunner. You were defender of your people. Do you not remember?
I remember. A fool. Take her! Run! Is pain. Hope fails. Now he'll understand. Don't grieve. You'll soon join your loved ones.
I grieve for you. You've made life your enemy. And that is a war you'll never win. You can kill us, but you cannot kill hope.
Can't I? Burn it. Burn it!
Yeah, so obviously I'd already seen it. Okay, yeah, the lion roar was just weird. Also, thank you very much for the sub, Nels, with Twitch Prime as well. Welcome, welcome to the murder flock. We didn't do much murdering there, but Sylvanas did. So first of all, lion roar didn't make any sense. But second of all, what you saw in the cutscene didn't actually happen. Like, that is not what happened in Warcraft 3. That's not how she became a Banshee, basically. Not in that setting. So, I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they made it, like, because her death in Warcraft 3 and her turning into a Banshee in Warcraft 3 was already, like, a pretty emotional thing. And I don't know why it's, like, why they turned it into this instead. So, that's one. But second, when she turns around, when she says, burn it, and then she turns around and she says, burn it again, right? For a second time. It kind of shows you that Nathanos Blightcaller, which is like her second in command, he hesitates, which is not something that he usually does. Like, he basically just does whatever she says. And here he was just like, girl, are you sure? And then she says it again, and then he does it. So I feel like this is what we were talking about earlier, right? Where we're like, okay, it's not the entire horde. It's just Sylvanas is completely nuts. And then the horde itself might be looking at it a bit differently than she does. Like, I know the druids of the, well, of the entirety of the horde, obviously, but mostly the Taurens wouldn't be happy with them just burning down a world tree, and just civilians in general. They wouldn't be okay with that, I don't think. And just in general, the healer types, the nature types, shamans, etc., they would be a bit, they would feel weird about it at the least. So I don't know, I don't think the horde is going to follow her in this war path, basically. I think Sourfang, definitely from what we saw, isn't okay with this. I think Nathanos has his doubts now, and yeah, obviously the goblins are going to back her because they just want money, so that's whatever, but I think it's going to cause a massive divide. Like, the Alliance is mad at her, but the Horde is probably mad at her too, for some points. It's out of character, yeah, but it's like, Nathanos' new Forsaken leader. I wouldn't hate that, to be honest. Like, he has his new body now. You take it as confusion. Yeah, but even then, like, Nathanos Blightcaller was literally just a yes man. Even if he was confused, he'd be like, okay, my queen says do this, I'll do this thing. Like, he wouldn't hesitate normally. But in the, I don't know if you've read this, you've probably read this as well, right? They had this, this whole, I guess, excerpt, I don't know, they had a story written about how Nathanos got his new body, basically. And they took his nephew, I think it was, his body, and gave it to Nathanos. And I feel like I'm mispronouncing his name, something fierce, but yeah. So they gave it to him, and then eventually Nathanos walks through the Undercity, sees the armor of his cousin, and he feels regret. So I think he's changing a little too. Basically, we're going back to WoW, where the Forsaken was not with any of the two factions and was just evil. No, I think it's just Sylvanas. Like, Sylvanas has kind of gone off her rockers at this point. Because I think that started when she jumped off Icecrown Citadel. And when she met the Valkyries. I think that's kind of a breaking point for her. Because she lost her goal at that point. Like, Arthas was gone. Like, what next? So now she's just thinking, I gotta save my people. And she thinks everyone, I guess, needs to be undead somehow. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing with the Void being around. I just don't know that she knows that. So, evening, Nick. Siege of Orgrimmar 2.0. I hope not. Right? I hope they don't turn... And I know what it looks like right now. I hope they don't turn her into a Garrosh. Because that would just be a terrible ending for Sylvanas. Come on. I feel like she needs to have a redemption arc from this point on. Okay, Undead Queen, Ace. Undead Queen. Sylvanas is creating new Forsaken. Yeah, like, that's her goal now. To fix it. Because the Forsaken are obviously, like, they were limited because it was just the dead people that they were rising with the Scourge, but that's no longer a thing, so she needs new ones. And the old ones, as we saw this in a Nathanos story as well, the Forsaken do deteriorate. Like, they might be undead and they might be alive now, but they do deteriorate. So they eventually their body breaks down. It's kind of like they forgot Warcraft 3 ever happened and Sylvanas is a new character. Yeah, she's just gone absolutely mad. And I don't think that's necessarily what she was. Trees casually burning. Listen, I'm talking here. Yeah, maybe a psychiatrist and then a redemption arc. Problem is they kind of have to turn her into another Garrosh. The Alliance will not leave her alive and the Horde is not standing with her anymore, so she will most likely have to die. Wait, the Horde already doesn't stand with her? I don't even know that. I didn't play the Horde side yet, so... I don't know. Sylvanas' eyebrows are on point. Yes, they are. She's basically creating a new Forsaken which will obey her and thus be evil. So we'll have two factions of undead. Those who follow the Horde and those who follow Sylvanas. Yeah, and then, I mean, the Horde faction would be Nathanos. That would make sense. I just hope we don't have to kill her. I mean, it may be like an imprisonment thing. Like what they did with Illidan and then have a redemption arc after that. You know, spellcaster. Okay, listen. The whole undead thing comes from the Void being afraid of undead. I don't actually remember where this was, or that it was one of the weapons. I can't remember. But eventually... Or wait, wasn't this actually in the other comic with the Windrunner sisters? Where they said... Where the Void feared Sylvanas because she was undead. So, and since we're basically fighting Void Lords... I feel like it makes sense. Guys, I was already playing Warcraft, I just didn't stream it. I wanted to stream this because I hadn't played it yet, so why not? Wrathgate, yeah, Wrathgate, everything already went batshit at that point. Do you know of the red shirt guy? Of course, of course. Wow, lore. Yeah, I mean, you gotta go to Noble for that, technically. Extra, read all about it. Decomposing corpse revealed to be new super eco-terrorist. Smokey the Bear found crying himself to sleep. Aww. I mean, we don't know how it works yet. We don't know. I mean, we have Kalia now, who is also technically undead, but like a light form of undead. It's weird. I don't know. You wanted to stream to rant about bad writing. I didn't necessarily want to rant about bad writing, but I wanted to I wanted to talk about this just in general because I haven't, and I wasn't going to make a video. I want to talk about what's happening. All right. The Lupin curse is immune to undeath, so what does it make them? That's a very good question, actually. I wonder if they'll address that. They might not ever address that, to be honest. They already said good evening, Jail. I'm sorry. Good evening. Undead cannot be corrupted by the Void. Yeah, but like, how does that help them defeat them eventually? Because... Well, actually, I don't want to say this yet, because I feel like Alleria might still be corruptible. I don't know. The Jinzi, the tree! Yeah, I noticed. I noticed. Queen of Gilneas. Yeah, the Horde... I feel like maybe the Alliance is gonna just hang out in Gilneas now. Oh, dude, if they give us back Gilneas, I don't even care. We can have that. Oh, you want me to evacuate again? Of course you do. Of course you do. Excuse me, how many citizens? Dude. Oh, and this one has a timer as well. Nice. What do we do citizen evacuation-wise, in this case? I have no idea what they want from me. Literally zero. At least I can fly while I do this. Okay, I'm gonna say that this quest is meant to fail. 'Cause there's no way, right? This quest is absolutely meant to fail. Do I have to talk to them one by one? Seriously? Okay, I actually have to talk to them. Wow. 900 something. Yeah, this is meant to fail. The rest will run. Bye guys, you're all dead. Every single one of them. Hey, the flames are definitely not clear, but who cares, right? What flames? Right? Just get the hell out of here. Like, the flames come back immediately anyway? Why do I bother with this? Couldn't I just wait this out? I feel like I can just sit here and wait and not care at all. Is that just me? Like, I know I could be this heartless. Do you just burn to death if I tell you to go, even though there's fire? No, you're totally fine. Okay, well, let's just do that. I wonder if this... Fine. You continue fishing. You continue selling supplies. It's fine. It's not like the world's burning. Jesus Christ. There's actually a warning in there somewhere sitting at this table saying, "This is fine." Seriously? That's amazing. That is actually amazing. So I guess if I talk to him, he's also not interested in leaving. Hi. Hey, the fire's totally clear. I swear it is. What did Ian talk about? His power of pure water. I mean, it's 982. What do you expect? A fish during this quest. It's like, there's no way you can do this. I'm gonna stop trying, see if I can find that Worgen who says this is fine. Worgen! Is this fine? Also, the fact that these people need me to tell them to get out of here? I'm sorry, but maybe you just don't deserve it. Alright, have you considered? Your body becomes heavy as your lungs fill with smoke. No, they don't. No, they don't! Yeah, I feel great. What, the whole city? Every single one of them?
Mia! Open your eyes, my queen! My love!
honors your
You
service.
can't stay here any longer! We must escape through the portal!
The tree. They're burning the tree.
The child. Save her. Leave me.
She's in front of the portal.
I'll take you both!
She's in front of the portal.
You've done all you can! Command the priest to come with us!
They will not go.
Then she murdered my son, stole my kingdom. She will not cost me my beloved.
You're in front of the portal, guys! Sort of! Oh my god! I'm actually gonna turn this up a bit, because otherwise this is way too loud with that bit. Keep the good person act. Absolutely not! Next time I'm just gonna AFK. Just throw her through the portal, exactly, please! Fire is just nature's way on going about with eugenics. Why do we hate Sylvanas now? She just wants a nice house and a plot of land. And a burning tree. Or all of it. Actually, yes there was, Cor. Yes there was. They said this in an interview. So you are wrong. If you live in Darnassus and don't know where the portal is, you deserve to die. Exactly. Or just carry a hearthstone to somewhere else. Literally anywhere else. I'll try to find it for you, Cora, but you're not my first priority. Ever. We'll make a portal hammer and play a whack-a-mole with people to sending them to Stormwinds. Just throw them through! Just throw them through! Or just have mages! You know there are mages! Just saying. Or just run, exactly, like any normal person would. It's not a box energizer, it is an entire tree. You know, it's good writing when the devs have to explain a character's morality. Oh my god.
Stormwind honors your service to the Alliance.
And what is Cora? What is Sylvanas? Exactly. Physically grey. She's more purplish, isn't she? Skip the scenario and begin your next mission. Excuse you. Oh, you get a... Okay. Well, at least we get a hippogriff. Why do we get a hippogriff for this? I'm not complaining, but I'm questioning this.
peace in this world, but that dream can never be realized so long as Sylvanas Windrunner leads the Horde. She expects this atrocity to crush our spirits, shatter our unity. But this I vow. The Alliance will endure, and the Banshee Queen's insidious reign will be ended.
Jesus Christ. Well, that's the thing that happened. Thanks for the mount, I guess. Let's go see what the Horde side looks like then. See if they do better. Hi, Bill. Good evening. I feel like we should... No, sort it. We're doing that on Yordvith. Of course we're doing that on Yordvith. Even though I didn't give him talents yet. Doesn't matter. Go back to Darkshore. Excuse? Even Anduin wants to kill her now. But it's like, that's because she... Okay, well, hold on. Maybe I'll wait for the Shah first. Yeah, I'll wait for the Shah first. Listen, I'm already here, okay? Why would I want to do the world quests, though? They're just world quests. Who cares? Yeah, nice. Good evening. I have too many hippogriffs to feed without Darnassus, so you get one. Alright, I'll deal with that. Here you can say we're sitting with the trees burning, but have a night elf man to remember it. Like, I get it because you want the little reward at the end, but it's also weird. Priorities, exactly. Get Milthara. You got talent points? Really, you don't say? I can't be bothered with talent points right now. I'm sure it's very exciting, but I just can't be bothered. Go away. Looks like I gotta go for a little bit to do groceries. Be back in a bit. Tell me how the Horde was after I come back. Oh, you'll hear about that, trust me. Ah, it's easy to attack Shah, don't worry about it. You only need one hit. Still no idea how the catapults managed to put fire to this huge-ass tree. Even with Azerite, it would be almost impossible. Listen, you're thinking with logic right now. I don't know why you'd want to do that. Better than artifact power? Is it? Isn't it just Tyranda's mount? Well, it looks the same, yeah, but you don't get her mount specifically. Tyranda just left. Tyranda was just like, okay, well, I got my man. I'm leaving. Bye. You do the rest. It's not like we're basically the rulers of Darnassus, so it's just... I don't even know what she was doing there. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't just take a hippogriff out in the first place. Why no one did anything, basically. Maybe you saved this bird from burning in agony. I'm sure that's what I did. I'm sure that's what I did. Cora, I don't give a shit. I really don't. Without Darnassus, someone needs to feed the beasts. I'm not gonna feed my mounts. They're just sitting in my pocket. I'm sorry, you think I'm gonna feed 419 mounts and go broke? Absolutely not. I will rejoice in the feeling of never again having to click an artifact power item ever again. You don't know how Azerite's gonna work yet. They might change it. Of course, stop being so mad at literally everything, man. Dear Lord. Their attitude doesn't become 10k yo immortals. Wait, what? Why not get all the mages? Yeah, that's what I said. Just portal there. Just portal. I have 5 or so portals on my character alone, and they don't have a single one. I don't believe that. I just don't believe that. Feed mounts to the mounts. Yeah, but then I'd lose mounts.
Yes! Bring your rage to bear! Try to strike me down!
Easy tag. No mount, though. Close enough.
Not ready yet.
Core, really, dude. We never had proper talks, Core. That's not a thing. So where does this one... Actually, I don't think I've even started this one, so I probably should. Yeah, I've never even started this one in the first place. From the start, in that case. Start handing out guild teleport cloaks. I mean, that would work. They all think they all go to Stormwind, don't they? You don't have to sink down to the fate level. I mean, I don't actually hate that because you kind of need to do it together in that case. Hold on. I'm still going the right way. Man, I haven't been in Undercity in so long. A proper talk with a proper bird. That depends entirely. Make an old Dalaran portal. You have so many options. None were taken. If you play as a monk, you can fist things to death again. Excuse me? Wait, didn't we already have Touch of Death? Thanks for the resub, Don. Welcome back. Welcome back.
We are the Forsaken. We will slaughter anyone who stands.
Can you actually do those intro quests during BFA? I'm pretty sure you have to do them now. Because I believe it counts as a pre-patch event, and those aren't usually around after the expansion launches. So yeah, you're gonna, if you want the mount, if you want to do any of this, you're gonna have to get a subscription right now. Glad you could make it so quickly, Yodveth. Yeah, the quest was like in my log for a while, but sure. I think you get the Horde mount now for doing Alliance. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't get two, right? What's the Alliance or the Horde one called? Yeah, it doesn't say anything here, so... Undercity Plague Bat, I guess. Killer Queen. One of the last of the giant bats to escape Undercity following the siege of Lordaeron. Did I miss something here? I feel like I missed something here. How did you know this, Fedri? I barely play my monk. Alienist, good evening. Jaina cares about her people, Tyrande doesn't. I don't know what Tyrande cares about anymore. Just Malfurion, probably, because nothing else seems to bother her. At all. I think I like this one better, yeah, than the Alliance mount. But it's like... it kind of tells you what's gonna happen. So...
I have no time for games.
We'll take it. We knew. It's fine, we knew. That's what happened at launch, or maybe next week. Yeah. I mean, we saw it in the trailer, so we knew it was gonna happen. But this basically means that Lordaeron isn't gonna be undead anymore. So thanks for that. Silithus, that has been the name of the game. Or rather, that is what I wanted the Alliance to believe. Make no mistake, Azerite is just as powerful as it is rumored to be, but I have bigger plans in mind. High Overlord, Saurfang is leading an army towards Silithus. By now, he should be in the Northern Barrens. I want you to intercept him and notify him that the preparations are complete. Preparations for what, you ask? Why, we're going to capture the World Tree. Capture. Of course.
What joy is there in this curse?
May I ask why we want to capture Teldrassil? Do tell. Time is not a luxury we possess, but I respect your desire to know more. This has forever altered the balance of power in Azeroth. The deposits of Azerite are being located across the world, Yodveth. Though we do not yet understand its full potential, it is clear that this substance has vast destructive capabilities. What will war look like in 20 years? In 100? How can the Horde hope to defend its borders if the Alliance controls the flow of Azerite? Yes, like, she is making the assumption that Anduin would want to go to war. Although, I guess even if Anduin didn't... Honestly, would the Night Elves want to go to war? I don't know. Which of the factions of the Alliance would start an all-out war with the Horde, even if Anduin wouldn't want to? Anduin will be dead. I mean, I guess. I feel like Greymane might want to. Greymane he has been attacking her all over Legion. Yeah. I mean, not the rest of the Horde maybe, but Sylvanas, I think there might be some Alliance effort to take back Lordaeron, even without the World Tree. I feel like they would want the city back. Especially after what happens in the books. I feel like they would want to attack Sylvanas regardless. I don't know. Everyone's like, again, Greymane. Yeah. Who you think is going to be the threat of BFA? I think it's just going to be Void Lords, right? I think we already kind of knew that it was going to be Void Lords. I've always thought of the Protoss to be an evolved version of the Draenei. Yeah, that would actually make a lot of sense. It is uncertain, War Chief. Or is it? What is certain is that the Alliance will use their Nasus as a safe harbor for funneling Azerite into the Eastern Kingdoms. Anduin Wrynn will build powerful new weapons, and sooner or later he will turn them upon our homelands. First he will strike at the Undercity and Silvermoon, then his gaze will fall upon Kalimdor. For the sake of the Horde's future, we must be first to act. See, this doesn't make sense though, because Anduin wouldn't do that. Other people, like again, Greymane, might, but Anduin actually wants peace. Like, from the moment that he started doing stuff in Mists of Pandaria, Anduin has only ever wanted peace. So, I don't know. That wouldn't make sense for me. So she's just looking at the wrong target. I don't know why she doesn't just mention Greymane at all. I just don't feel like the whole Ally versus Horde again will be the actual story for BFA. It was kind of the same mob. See, what I think they might be aiming for with the whole Void Lord plot is that... Okay, I'm not saying that the Windrunners are all Void corrupted, but we know that Alleria does have whispers. So there's that. So Alaria's kind of voidy. She might lose control. And with the comic, we kind of know that something bad's gonna happen there. Sylvanas is undead, so they can't get a hold on her. So then the only one that we have left is oh god, what's her face? The other one. The one who's perpetually mad. Valera, thank you. So I think that's gonna be a thing, and then just Void Lords taking people's minds to set them against each other until both the Horde and the Alliance realize that the Void Lords are starting the war, perpetuating the war, I should say, in an effort to get perhaps even the last old god or old one or whatever out of their shell. I don't know. I feel like they're working towards something bigger than just a war, because that would make no sense to have as an endgame. Unless they have a full-on clash with all of the factions, then it would be interesting, but then again, you would have to build up some really big Horde leaders that you would then just kill. And I don't think it's a good idea to just build characters up to kill in one expansion, because we've already seen that go entirely wrong. If you kill all of the old guard, then no one has any reason to be invested anymore, unless you build up someone else. So it's kind of hard to do that. So, I don't know. In that sense, I don't think you can have just a faction war. Sylvanas wants to restart the Black Empire. Because, like, she doesn't do that. Because she's undead. Has Sylvanas ever met Anduin? Yeah, I don't know that she even knows. It's weird. That's terrible, Vilsknir. By occupying their Nasus, we will control the flow of Azerite and ensure it cannot be used against us. The Alliance will dare not attack its own city for fear of harming civilians. With a single stroke, we will guarantee generations of peace. See, this is what I don't get then. Because if it's really the case that, by the end, the only reason she attacks the tree or burns it down is because one Night Elf was kind of on point with her observations, then Sylvanas is even more mentally unstable than we thought. Because if this is actually her plan, where she's like, we take the town, we have generations of peace, it'll be great, everyone will party, it's wonderful, then it shouldn't just take a few words to change that. Literally in the moment. When and why did Vari leave Sylvanas? I didn't follow that either. But that was a while back. Didn't Varimatras betray her? And take, he tried to take over or something? That was a while back. Well, yeah, I mean, he is undead when we meet him in the raid. So he's already dead. Ilaria already summoned some void beings, maybe on accident, maybe not, during the Suramar elf recruitment scenario thingy. Yeah, so Ilaria, but like Ilaria hears whispers. So she's already technically corrupted, she's just not listening to it. Or she's not doing what it says, basically. Every woman in power in WoW is currently very unstable mentally. Yeah, and they're all like, either they're doing bad things or they're doing pointless things. I don't know. She wanted to destroy the Alliance's hope. Delarin convinced her her plan wouldn't succeed, but burning the tree would. No, because here she says, by occupying Darnassus, we will control the flow of Azerite, and ensure it cannot be used against us. The Alliance will not dare attack us, or its own city, for fear of harming civilians. And that will guarantee peace. So she doesn't say anything about crushing hope here. She just, like, it makes sense what she says here. They take Darnassus, they cut off a control point, they get hostages at the same moment. Like, it's perfect. And then she's like, actually, fuck that. Let's just burn it down. That doesn't make sense. Usual demon procedure, going into the nether and get a body back at some point. Yeah, but his body looks genuinely undead. What the hell is that name? I can't, I'm sorry. I feel like it's a troll name. He just looks fucked up because he was tortured. That might be true. Yeah, that might be true. Somewhere else I believe she did. I'm gonna find that in that case. Maybe she says it later. Maybe later she's like, ah, never mind, this isn't gonna work. But like later down the line. Everything post-alternate timeline feels so non-canon. It's a bit confusing. The Kelderai will defy our occupation unless we break their spirits. We must inflict a blow that will show them what is at stake. So here's, I guess this is what she says then. They need to lose something, someone in whom they have absolute trust and faith, a symbol of hope. Yeah, so she wants Malfurion to die. And at the time of burning down the tree, she doesn't know that Malfurion is still alive, because she gave Sourfang the order. Sourfang disagrees, lets them escape, but as far as I know, she doesn't know that yet. But we're gonna play this and see if maybe she finds out, like, in the middle or something. I don't know. We'll just teleport for that. If you kill the civilians by burning everything, that plan gets ruined. Yeah, exactly. Like, it was a really good idea. Honestly. It made sense, and then she just gives up on it. I don't know. And this is exactly why everyone hated this cinematic. It makes zero sense in any way. All it does is make Sylvanas the bad guy. Yeah, and I don't know why. Like, we already knew that she wasn't a goody-goody two-shoes, right? We knew that. You didn't have to make it even more obvious. And it's like, I really enjoy Sylvanas as a character. I enjoy most of her plot lines. And I don't want her to become some one-dimensional thing, right? Where it's just like, ah ha ha, we take over the world! Ha ha ha! That's stupid. Especially coming from, like, her background. Doesn't make any sense. Hey, Ethereal. Oh, we're stuck. Good guy Saurfang not cleaving Darkshore in half. With his chin. I was gonna say, we're not doing that one. You mess with the timeline and shit happens. Makes sense. Maybe she's like Nero and just likes a big fire of write poetry. They would have still had to write her differently. Gwent, you know exactly what I mean. It's been a long time since you've seen me play WoW. I don't stream it anymore. I just play it. Alone. In the dark. When I play Warcraft, I do menial things. Like, I grind mounts and reputation and shit. It's not very, stream worthy. Now they can try to give her a redemption arc, which can only go badly, or turn her into another Garrosh and make the Alliance and Horde stand together against her, aka another Siege of Orgrimmar. Yeah, I don't want that, though. I feel like maybe if there's an explanation for what she's doing that we just don't know about, that maybe she only shared with, like, one other person, that would be okay, but I just don't see what the explanation for this would be. Yeah, Thora, but you know exactly what I mean, so that's a weird thing to say. I don't want Garrosh 2.0. No, I don't want that either. You guys on my side now. No, you're just kind of around. Weird. She would always be a way cooler version either way. I don't know. She was always just a cool character in general. Like, as a character, she was cool. Her start was cool, and then everything that happened in Warcraft 3 was amazing, right? And then up until Icecrown Citadel, where her arc kind of ends, after that it becomes weird. I think there's way more death to Sylvanas than there was to Garrosh, so I seriously doubt we'll get that. I hope not. I really hope not. I'll probably stream when I quest Orestes, like when I start leveling, the launch and everything. Because I'm gonna play anyway, so... Hold on. We got a match. I don't know what it's called anymore. Woofle. Oh god, I can't save. Was it this one? Yes, it is. Okay. Now we talk. In a post with Red Shirt Guy theorized, what if Sylvanas is taken out, or at least removed as war chief, very early in the expansion, like the first patch, but instead of the war ending, the Alliance decides to keep fighting the Horde. Boom, the Horde has a reason to fight the Alliance. Yeah, but, okay, but the Alliance has no reason to not fight the Horde now, because they literally burned down Teldrassil. So, like, they've already started. It's already started, so there would be no reason not to. She basically had to watch at Arthur's side how he fucked over the northern eastern kingdoms. Exactly, so it's like... I don't know. That part worked. This part doesn't. She's a Mary Sue now? Excuse you? Wait, what? What did I miss? Oh, no, absolutely not. Never. Campfires smell great, and this is the ultimate one. What more motivation do you need? Not have... If you have people roasting in it, that kind of ruins the smell. It's the revenge story of a revenged revenge story that ended in revenge. Yes. Probably. We get some actually morally grey stuff, and it's a way to give the war a non-rehashed ending. Maybe the Horde gets to be the honorable ones and work for peace in the end. Would be a nice turnaround. Yeah, I feel like they kind of have to do that. Like, because right now everyone's like, oh, the Horde is basically all monsters. But I just don't think that the Horde is monsters. I think Sylvanas did a stupid thing. And the Horde is just sort of looking at us like, I'm not with her! Don't link me to this! There's always a reason to fight the Horde. I don't know that there is. Like, the Horde only came together because they didn't want to get screwed by people anymore. Like, the Alliance screwed over the High Elves at the time, and then they become the Blood Elves. Like, we created the monster, right? It's fine that we changed now. Like, the Horde... The Alliance would never do what they did then, because it was just one general who was being an ass. Like, it's the same thing, right? When the super racist general guy, or captain guy, or whatever, I can't remember his name, was a total douchebag to Kilthas, and he was like, oh, I can't believe you just helped, or just got helped by the Nagas, because otherwise you were gonna die. Garethos, that's the guy. And then he got mad at them for that, and it's like, dude, you're an asshole, but like, it's just that guy. Whereas the rest of the Alliance wasn't necessarily agreeing with that. And here, it's just Sylvanas who's being a douche, and everyone else is like, whew, but I'm not. If that makes sense. Exactly. The orcs now walk straight. Evening, Very Cray. Admiral Proudmoore. Yeah, I don't know that he was he actually officially a part of the Alliance? I don't actually remember that. But yeah, I mean, Jaina then stood against him, so that kind of evens that out, I guess. There was that orc camp. Like, it was basically a slave camp. I don't remember him either, but you go there in the Caverns of Time as well. Like, there was that. That also sucked. They will try to revive WoW, by this time going all the way in regards of Horde versus Alliance. A global resource war and one faction will finally win. Yeah, no, I don't think so either. Paranold, yeah, that's the guy. He was the worst! A few people kind of expect once this come out to result in a Cold War kind of thing. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen, obviously, after we attack Lordaeron. Like, what happens after that? What's the next target? What's the next goal? Yeah, exactly, Bio, but I think, Like, that's the thing. Maybe that's the Horde's arc, where they maybe realize that they need a war chief that everyone kind of agrees with together, instead of someone just going, hey, now you're a war chief. Because now it's just the war chief telling someone else that they're going to be the war chief. Like, that's kind of a weird way to operate in the first place. Yeah, same, Rockstar. And it never works in the end anyway, because how are you going to make it, especially when they have these... Like, the enemy keeps escalating, right? Because first we had... Oh, thanks for the house, Comics. Welcome, man. Thank you very much. How was your stream? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, okay, bad guys, right? Like, you have the evil guys in vanilla. Eventually, like, they go from just regular people to dragons to old gods. Or, like, a part of an old god. Because it wasn't even a full old god. It was just sort of peeking out. Right? And then you get to TVC, you start fighting baddies like Kel'Thas and you know, Illidan. And it kind of builds up from there, like they're super powerful. And then rather than Lich King, you finally get to Arthas, who's like the big bad that everyone's working towards, for at least since forever. Then Cataclysm happens, and you fight an actual dragon aspect influenced by the old gods, like the big bad old god, basically. Then you move on, and you get to Mists of Pandaria, and there's even bigger old god stuff going on there. Like, it gets worse, where you have a giant mutated Garrosh, again influenced by the old gods, but like, multitudes of it, because he just ripped the heart out of one. So he's directly using old god power. Then we get to Warlords, which is like... What the fuck? Like, we just went back, and we... let's just not even talk about Warlords. Like, the raids were good, but eventually that ends with Arcommand, which is like one of the big guys of the Burning Legion. Like, they keep going up, right? They go up and up and up. Where right now in Legion we were like, okay, there's a gigantic fucking sword in the middle of the planet. It's kind of bad. Like, we killed the baddest of the baddest, so they have to go over that. They have to go further than that. How are you gonna do that with just a regular orc or a regular whatever? Right? You can't. It has to be bigger than that. Yeah, like in VFA, like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do then? And again, unless you have to fight an entire army on your own, which is not gonna happen. It's just really hard to do. Warlords didn't happen, just stop. Exactly, Ionize. It's exactly like Dragon Ball, where it's like, there's a super Saiyan. The oldest of gods. Yeah, so like now we're going towards the Void, and then it makes sense, because it's an even bigger bad guy. I'm gonna be honest, I thought the artifact send-off questline was kind of meh. Yeah, it could have been better. I get why they did it though, because they had to get rid of it somehow. I'm just sad that now it's just poofed. But again, even with the artifacts, it's like, how are you going to go on from that? If you needed that many super powerful artifacts just to get rid of this one thing, like, how are you going to move on from that? The whole WoW lore is nonsense, to say the least. It's super convoluted now. Like, the only person who can make sense of it anymore is Nobble, a bit of Talias and a Nevitel. Everyone else is just like, what happened? Yeah, the lore, I don't know. I don't know that I necessarily call it sucky. It's just, especially if you just jump into this, like, what are you gonna think? Someone who's not really followed the WoW lore at all, or someone who's just played Warcraft 3 or something. Like, they jump into this and they're like, I'm sorry, Sylvanas is what? We did even face the baddest of the bad, he was just in prison. Exactly, like, there's I mean, and he could rise up, right? He could still rise up. And I think eventually he will. Like, you're just gonna fight them in full power. I don't know how they're gonna manage that, because they're part of the planet, but still. It has to be bigger. Fuck the AP dynamic. Yep. I don't mind why we had to. It's more that few quests, and oh, by the way, we need your weapon. Yeah! Yeah, I know. I feel the same way. It was kind of... I expected more, like, not necessarily from the quest line, but just from the cinematic. I think I expected more from that. Yeah, and I saw Nobble's tweets. It's just clusterfuck on Twitter. At least we get a Critical Role one-shot with Terry Crews. That's the only positive things, man. Legendary grind, I don't know why they added. I was not okay with that in the first place, but I mean, they've learned from that, right? Right? A lot of it is in the books and comics, so most players doesn't actually know. Yeah, I actually made this point in one of my videos as well. But I kind of feel like they're making an effort to mix it at the minute. So hey Marcus, good evening. Go and watch Noble's video about the cinematic. Even he can't make sense of this shit. Oh, I will. But yeah, no, it's like... I don't know. I wish it made more sense, I guess. And the 5 worst legendaries for raiding in a row. I basically couldn't raid because I hate being a drag on raids. Yeah, and it's like, when the moment you get... If you have ults, right? Especially in high level raiding. If you have ults, and your ult got the right legendary at the time, then you're gonna raid on that ult, because you got the legendary. Sargeras can never come back because Illidan's there, and he's always watching. Yeah, I'm kinda sad Illidan left, though. Expected a full cinematic? Same! Same! Unpopular opinion, I like WoW. I like WoW too, but the lore is weird! I really liked it up through Wrath of the Lich King for me. Arthas felt like a smaller deal than Old Gods. Parts sticking out of the earth, and that was fine for me. I don't know that he was, though. I don't know that he was, because... I mean, in Ulduar we also had the help of the Titans, in certain ways. So I feel like that kind of leveled it out. That we didn't have that when we were fighting Arthas, who had been the Lich King for a very long time. So, I don't know. Hey Rasgus, good evening. The pace I get legendaries now is what would have been okay during progress. Yeah, it's faster now, but you can also buy them, so... I don't know. I actually really liked Mists of Pandaria. I actually really liked it. I just didn't like the messing with the timelines. Like, I will never know why people try to make that a thing in any story, because the moment you introduce time traveling in that sense and have it affect any part of any future in any way, you're just in trouble. Like, you can't make that work because there's so many possibilities for plot holes. Pyromancer has a really good video on it, which isn't just this bitch is grey. Yeah, honestly, I just want an explanation more than anything. Because I already know how I feel about it, obviously. Yeah, that's the thing, Hawkster. And that's one of the things that I really hated, because I also had a monk. I had a good legendary in my monk, and then everything went to hell. What happened to Illidan? He flew off. He flew off. He's a guardian now. Or a jailer, which is ironic. I care less about the lore these days since Kata, I would say. I actually quite liked Cataclysm. I just didn't like the way it dragged out and the way we fought Deathwing. Like, those were the things. I quite liked the rest of it. They should have just made them targetable after the last tier was done. Yeah, same. Like, in the pre-patch, it kind of felt empty because I was like, okay, well, I can get any legendary I want now to do all this content. Question mark. I really hope that Sylvana's case isn't this bitch cray. I really hope they're planning something with their story. Yeah, same. They'd be weird not to, though. Wrath of Mop was my favorites, and I really like the story of Mop. I actually really liked Illidan as well. Sorry, Illidan. I like TVC, obviously, because I started in TVC, but like when you look at TVC, the story, the writing in Wrath of the Lich King and Mists of Pandaria was just much better. Technically speaking. Yeah, time travel never works. It is the worst. I wouldn't have minded if it wasn't in WoW. I mean, yeah, Doctor Who, it kind of works. I really hope Irel's fine. Yeah, I don't even know what happened to her. I seriously don't. End of Dragon Soul was so bad. It really was. It really was. What did you miss? We've just been standing here talking about lore. I'm sorry. It just felt so artificial and cheesy with the stranding on the Misty Islands. It did. Yeah. Yeah, no, like they didn't... I don't know. I feel like they didn't think on what they wanted afterwards or like what the impact would be. They were just like, okay, we want them to be here now. How do we do that? Oh, let's just time travel, right? I'm sorry, you know. I have one that is a hunter too. I have 2, in fact. Arthas had been Lich King for only a short while, and isn't time traveling considered part of setup for WoD? Yeah, but like the time traveling still happened, and I think he was Lich King for quite a long time at that point. At least In my time, it was. DBC story was a mess. It was, yes. You will hear of Erel soon. Oh, okay. A lot of people had a problem with Erel. I quite liked her. I liked how they built her up, honestly. Would they recycle the Garrosh plotline of a blood-crazed leader with the same faction so quickly? Yeah, surely not, exactly. I feel like that would just be shooting themselves in the foot, especially because so many people didn't like that storyline. So I don't think they would, or they shouldn't. In Doctor Who, time traveling is the story rather than part of it. Exactly, so they have to do it right. You might not like what you hear about her. Oh dear. I didn't plan for this Energizer, but we've been sitting here for like an hour now. I wanted to play Zelda as well, but... I really loved Illidan's "Does he even know what you're asking of him?" to any of them. I wish there was a cinematic with a conversation like that for 10 minutes. Yeah, I mean, I actually quite like the whole idea of the light not being the best choice. Because, I mean, now everything is shady, right? Everything is shades of grey here. You're reading The Rise of the Lich King. I haven't read any of the Warcraft books. I feel really bad about that. Hey, Dragon. Good evening. I wanted more build-up with Erel. I don't know. Most of the quests kind of got to her. It kind of worked. Jaina and Arthas were together when they were early 20s or so, right? And Jaina's only like 40 at this point. I have no idea how old Jaina is right now. I actually have no clue. I thought she kind of disappeared after Terracar. Really? I don't know. I mean... Now I'm gonna look at the map real quick. Hold on.
We have nothing.
There was some stuff with her in Tanan, though admittedly not much. She was around in Gorgond as well, over here when you got to the pits. I think wasn't she around for Nagrand, the whole Garrosh thing? I actually don't remember that. I don't think she was around in Spires at all. And then Talador, she had quests, obviously. I don't know, she had some stuff going. Illidan is another one of those anti-heroes. Same! I also have a thing for anti-heroes. High five. I know you well enough for this to happen. Stop that immediately. I can't see Sylvanas going Garrosh. She has motivation and reason for doing what she does. Even if it's all fucked up how she goes about it. Yeah, no, true, but Garrosh also had a reason for what he did. Like, in some parts, he had a point, but in most he just didn't. And I can't see the reason in what Sylvanas is doing right now. I'm pretty sure they only made VOD in order to hype up the Warcraft movie. Yeah, you might be right, but like both didn't do too well on this side. It did well in China, but actually it did okay in Europe as well. I might, Ragnar, but I'm still working on the Warhammer books. I find it funny that if Illidan would have failed, Azeroth would have burned. Yeah, but that's why he had this whole build-up as well, right? As a chosen one, quote-unquote. You don't see her in the Garrosh in Nagrand. I guess she only just shows up later in the raid in that case. Jaina's hair is all kinds of morally grey. I like her hair! She then appears during the Archimon fight and that's it. Yeah. But I mean, have we even seen her at all during Legion? I don't think so. At least, I don't remember her. I was away for 10 minutes and Jinsey still hasn't returned the quest. Sorry. We'll turn the quest in. I have halted our march until I received word that we were ready to divert. What comes next will be a coordinated, synchronized attack on key outposts in Ashenvale. If we act quickly, we will destroy the Calderon's defenses and clear a path all the way to Darkshore. Stormwind will surely send reinforcements to stop us. We have to conquer Teldrassil before they arrive. Okay.
Soldiers of the Horde, ready your blades. Today, we march on the Caldori.
And then you don't hear their screams at all. Nice one. That's it. Do we just leave now? Guess we do. What's the fastest way here? I think we're just flying, aren't we? We totally are. The reason is mainly so the Alliance wouldn't control all the Azerite, therefore to protect her faction. Why she burns down a tree? To know. To prove she can, I guess. Yeah, but that's the thing. She had a plan for the tree that made sense. And then she fucked it up. That's the thing. Like, the reason... Why does she not stick with her plan? Which was solid. But instead she's just like, nah, never mind. I hate good plans. Post-endgame is just something that doesn't make sense. Don't really know. We could leave in slow motion, but would we? I have a fast man for a reason. Yeah, no, exactly. And also the thing is, Garrosh wasn't willing to use the blight, like the plague, whereas Sylvanas was. And I think that kind of speaks for the both of them. Because we all know what it does, obviously. And the fact that even Garrosh, when he was mad quote unquote, didn't use it, but Sylvanas goes behind his back and is like, continue making plague, guys! Like, that doesn't make sense either. Well, it made sense for her then. Yeah, I'll watch Pyro's video on it. I watch his videos already regardless. I had stuff to do today. Maybe she just fucked it up because she somehow showed emotions, which would kind of be a big deal for someone without emotions. I mean, enough to just literally ruin her plan though? Like, entirely? Yeah, still uses mana bomb. Oh, I don't know. Another thing is that, like, I like how no one is actually afraid of us. We are literally heroes and have done a lot of shit and killed old gods and whatnot, and it's all, well, you okay, I guess. Yeah, but I think that's mostly because we kind of have to be just adventurers, and we do it together, right? It's never just one adventurer. It's supposed to be the Alliance or the Horde that's doing it. So I get that. Sourfang says it's time. Is that excellent? Is it though? Wasn't Garrosh disgusted with Blight in events of Wrathgate? Yeah, he was. He was. Because at that point as well, the thing is, he probably knows full well, or knew, I guess at this point, that the plague could also be used against the Horde. And because of the whole Wrathgate incident, the Horde also suffered there. Like, they lost a lot of people. And especially with Garrosh, who was like, yeah, orcs are the best, yay, orcs. A lot of orcs died there that day. When he almost lost his duel against Karen and only won because of the poison they put on his blade, he was really mad. Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's more like, okay, listen, this is kind of old school. If you ever watched Pokemon, there's a fight. There's a Charizard, Ash's Charizard, who will only fight fire Pokemon because everyone else isn't worth his time. I feel like it's kind of like that with Garrosh, where he's like, okay, Karen is actually a worthy and great warrior, so I want an honest fight with him, whereas the Alliance is insects, quote unquote, who he just crushes beneath his boots. So it's not worth their time, basically. In some quests like the Darnassus evacuation, it felt very solo in that regard. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. It's like if all the people that were there, that's why I said, if we were all in a party together doing that quest, would it be possible to get to 900? If we, like, worked it out, you know? I don't know. Never mind that Karen beat the shit out of him for the majority of the duel. Yeah, he only lost because of the poison. It's totally true. Hundreds of rogues have already attacked Kelderai outposts in Ashenvale. On my signal, they will begin the next phase of this war, sowing chaos. My colleague died not far from here, Yorveth, so I could use your help. If we stay out of sight, the town won't even know it's under attack before we have all of its guards down. Okay, we're doing this with poison.
Let's impress. First, let me signal the others to begin their assault. This fire burns with purple smoke. They should see it rise above the trees soon. After you, champion, you mark the safe targets. I'll bring them down.
I feel like the Night Elves would also see that, but okay. Fair enough. Okay.
I need
Oh,
to
Jesus
get
Christ.
closer. It's too far away.
Really? Okay, hold on. I'm clearly
I'm out
very
of
secret.
range.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't breathe! I feel very scummy doing this. I'm an asshole. Good evening, Walt. And this is a safe target. She just collapsed. I know. And now you will too. That's how that works. I mean... Did I just... I guess we'll kill the commander as well, because we can.
No. This one belongs to me.
What?
Nothing quite as satisfying as taking out an Alliance commander. And so easily.
I mean, he's been doing everything. What the hell? Okay. Yeah, no one notices this. This isn't creepy at all.
To single-handedly sack an entire city.
Scummy. It feels scummy.
Let's not waste time.
Got to hit a civilian to make it accurate. Of course. There's some curious thing if you kill civilians sleeping in the house. It's too late now, man. I'm not gonna raid again, guys. I'm sorry. This will start an astronaut raid if you go on like this. Another one. Hopefully the other outposts fared as well as we did. There was only one astronaut. My end of the bargain is done, Blood Elf. I am going to check on the other outposts to make sure none of my brothers and sisters are in trouble. We're both Blood Elves, hello. Meet with the War Chief and inform her that Astronar has been secured. If everything has gone according to plan, she should be well on her way. Oh, and try not to hog all the glory, yeah? Smirk. Uh-huh. Oh, she's just right here. You could have gone over and said, but okay.
What are we if not
I'm sorry, isn't it?
this torment?
I don't know. It's too time costly. Just a comment from Lorash about killing sleeping people. He'll do it, but it's not really his thing. Ah, so even he has limits to his scumbaggery. That's good to know. That was a perfectly executed strike, Yorveth. I know, I'm fantastic. Sauerfang shall establish our troops here. Now that Astronar is ours, I shall continue my hunt for the only creature that can stop our march to glory. The only? Really? Okay. Our next order of business will be to establish a foothold at the base of Dark Shore. Commander Grimfang of the Zoramgar outpost should be able to accommodate an incoming army. Inform him of our arrival and ensure the necessary preparations are made. I mean, that place was kind of a dump last time I checked, but sure. I'll check. I haven't played any Warcraft game since Frozen Throne. I'm so lost with the lore. Did Arthas stay as Lich King? No! Bolvar Fordragon is currently the Lich King. And he's on fire! Haha! Yeah, I actually hadn't started the quest line on Horde side yet, but I wanted to see what happens on Horde side, so... Energizer, I swear to God. These trees still look very vanilla. Look at these vanilla trees. Cardboard trees. Yeah, I already know the ending. I've already seen everything. It's just not this side. And Bolvar is literally lit. Doing a very good job distributing weapons and stuff. These trees were not built for flying mans. Oh no, they were not. Hi. The war chief needs rations and lodgings for an incoming army. I see you have 5 beds. That'll do. That'll do. We're a small outpost, but I will gather what we have. The war chief and her army will want for nothing, I swear it. You're lying to me. Have you seen how many people are gonna be here?
So.
Zup zup. They look grey. I know. But I mean, they're dead trees. They're supposed to.
Go forth to
Zoramgar will stand ready. No, they won't. You're gonna probably provide for the entire army, right? Yep.
go with honor.
My forge is always ready. Except when it's not. Very rude. I'm not getting most of the voice lines until like the weekend, so it'll be a while still. I can say that I just finished my Scarlet Crusade set for, I think, who we are all assuming will be a raid boss. Really? I mean, whatever happened to the Scarlet Crusade? Having said that, do they still do stuff? I almost think that they had planned to make Sylvanas the evil to unite the world, which was Rathian's plan. But because Sylvanas is waifu for too many people, they went with Garrosh. I don't know. I don't know. I can't imagine a Warcraft without Sylvanas either. Then again, Thrall's been Maya for a while, so... Maybe. They even killed civilians. Yeah, whoops. It's because I walked through a very inefficient path and killed all the things on the way, which took a few civilians out. Quest guy didn't like it after the first one. Aww. A force this large has not moved in Ashenville in a long time. I hope Zorangar is ready to accommodate the might of the Horde. I don't know. Probably not. Have you seen their 5 beds? Do you see all the wisps about? I have seen this once before, when the demon Archimond was felled by the sting of hundreds, no, thousands of wisps. This can mean only one thing. Malfurion is beckoning the aid of his ancestors. The war chief has already taken a scouting party ahead to Darkshore to intercept him. Please, Yorveth, find the war chief and see if she has yet caught her prey. Well, you might, when you stab him in the back.
May you die in battle.
I'll probably die in battle several times, Sourfang, but thank you for the concern. Scarlet Crusade Tabard is an insane, like, sub 1% drop I got a while back. Oh, did they make it drop again? They actually removed it at one point. I was like, why would you do that? You still have the dungeons. Just let it drop. Does my character appear in that video when we did the maiden loot thingy? It should, because that's like the only footage I intend to use for it, which ends with Ragnar just jumping in there. We kind of wiped out most of the Scarlet Crusade. I mean, yeah, most of it, but there's still some of them. They're not all gone, right? No Energizer, no it can't. That's not what happens in LFR. Besides, you didn't want voice lines, did you? The only thing scarlet about the Crusade is the blood they spilled. Harsh. Hi guys.
You will come no further, Banshee Queen.
Soldiers, no! Do not rush the...
Or do.
Oh, fools! At least now we know how dangerous the wisps can be.
You already knew that, but okay. I did, Atomic. I did.
We are the Forsaken.
I've been tracking Malfurion's every movement. The Lord of the Forest cannot hope to outmatch one who served as Ranger General of Silvermoon. Really? Really? Okay. That's a weird sentence. The Lord of the Forest. Maybe they will listen to the people that want Lillian Voss as the next Dark Lady. Yeah, where is she actually? Because I know that she was also cleaning up Scarlet Crusade, having said that. Is Sylvanas really morally grey or just morally bad written? I don't know what they did with her, man. I have no idea what they did with her. Like, she had a good character. She really did. Careful, Yorveth. The forest is still brimming with Storm Rage's forces. Look out behind you, but only the moment you press accept. Hi, guys. I feel bad having to kill these. But listen, I'm doing a quest, alright?
It's too far away. attack that.
Yes, you can. You weirdo. Fine.
I'm out of range. I need to get closer.
How many are we gonna go here? They could have also just... Okay.
I'm out of range.
You could have just gone through the wisp field. There's no reason not to. I'm just saying.
It's too far away.
Hello, I'm a giant demon now, don't be
I
afraid.
have no time for games.
I like how the tiger just magically disappeared. Poof. Listen, I needed a demon hunter. And, I mean, at least he has blindfolds. Alright. I'm just saying. Malfurion will soon return with an army. Or will he?
What joy is there in this curse?
The Kelderai have finally halted our progress. In a perfect world, we could have marched all the way to Aberdeen and taken Teldrassil before they could even slow us down. But it matters little. Malfurion will try to hold us back until his fleet returns from Silithus. Until then, his army is too small. If only we could find a path through these damned wisps. I have an idea. Let's have a chat with Sourfang.
There will be nowhere to run when next we meet Malfurion.
Strange thing to say.
To Zorumgar, quickly!
He's not really running, necessarily. He's just standing there. Looking at you. Menacingly. What is it, X? Yeah. Dexter says it's also bad writing. It's quite ridiculous how eager people are willing to call storytelling bad writing with only seeing 1% of the total storyline of a new expansion. Yes and no, because, like, it doesn't make sense. Oh wow, they really built this fast, didn't they? Yes, they did. So those 5 beds, huh? Are you gonna share? Does he not have the same hair color as Jorvith? I mean, this is as close as we can get to that. Honestly. It doesn't get much further than that. The Kelderai have begun to reinforce Darkshore. Our path to Teldrassil will be more difficult than we had anticipated. I know. We'll cry about it together. Malfurion knows that his wisp wall is a temporary measure. He's buying time for reinforcements to arrive in Teldrassil. It is imperative that we find a way through that wall, and quickly. I want you to take our explosive reserves and apply pressure. You will not be able to bring it down, but you may be able to find us an opening. I will have a squadron ready to strike once you break ground. Okay.
A war of wisps. Surely it is nothing our Dark Rangers and a few demolishers cannot overcome, my lady.
No response to that? Okay. Space Tinkerbell. Even those 1% makes no sense though, so we have every right to call it as it is.
Interesting. The wisps respond to Malfurion's call. But what if more of the forest were to cry out for help?
Then everyone would be very sad. Hi Gilgul. Good evening. It's not about her burning the tree, it's about the dialogue, the motives, the plot. Yeah, it's more like she contradicts herself. But again, like, I don't know yet because I haven't played the whole thing. So she might realize what's going on afterwards. But like, the fact that she has a plan and then actively goes against the plan that she made, like, that's the part I have a problem with. That doesn't make sense. Because her original plan made sense. It worked. Or would have worked, I should say. Wait, what? Seriously? You are not part of this. Commander Grimfang, leave. Weirdo.
What's up? You want explosions? Buddy, you got it. Hop into one of these beauties and take it for a spin.
Empty action bar. Until the act makes pretty much sense. Maybe a little unreasonable paranoia, but still makes sense. Even then, if it's supposedly good, but we just haven't seen all of it, that case, just bad delivery. I don't necessarily agree with what they're like. I get why they did it though, because I mean everyone's talking about it now. You can't say it wasn't effective, because it was. Because we're all talking about this. It's probably trending all over the place. Killing wisps. I feel bad. Ja. Oh ja. Nee. Echt waar? Nou. Hé? Wat vind je? Verveel je je? He was a victim. Who was? Oh, Professor Putricide. I think he was just a terrible person to begin with. Killing wisps is objectively bad. It is, to be honest. Destroy their economy. No more wood for you! Only news I've seen about it is the threats Christie is getting. Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, it's fine to disagree with the way that the writing happens. It's fine to disagree with the entire story, but I don't see the point of threatening a writer over that. Like, what do they hope to accomplish by that? No, Cat doesn't want to be shown. Cat is... What is Cat doing? Cat, what are you doing? Okay, just sitting around. Very cat-like. Sourfang Jr. Volvar was the victim. Yeah, but, I mean, so was Sourfang Jr., like Vilskner said, so... That goes both ways, again. Chrissy didn't even write this. Yeah, it was like... They need a target for that, like... Because Christy Golden is, like, linked to Blizzard now. They actually work together. It's like, oh, it's probably Christy Golden. Like, I don't get that. But just in general, I don't get that. I don't get it when people attack entire companies either. Just... Like, no one's gonna improve. The game's not gonna improve because you told someone to go fall off a cliff. Right? Nothing's gonna change except that people will think you're a douchebag. Oh my god, the writer is threatening my idea of a fictional world. Better threaten the life of the writer. Exactly! Like, what the fuck? I don't... Weirdos. How did it go? Very well, darling. Now's the time to strike, Yordvith. Passing through the wall will not be easy, but I think it's something you can handle. I'm sorry, do you know all the things that I've handled so far? I think I can handle this, yeah. Do what you must to prevail, and meet me on the other side. I will lead a squad of sturdy soldiers and as many demolishers as can survive the passing. We may not make it to Darnassus today, but the outcome of this war does not rest on one victory alone. It will come as the result of 1,000 small victories. So let's get started.
It seems the
Maybe.
Oh,
interrupted. Nice. Got to use the Final Fantasy at this point.
Take a squad into Felwood. Seek a path over the mountain.
This was all written before that. Yeah.
Leave the
I don't know.
siege weapons under my command.
People, man! Who else would be delighted with Gammon as new war chief? Listen, we've been campaigning for Gammon since Warlords. No, since Siege of Orgrimmar. Since the start of Mists of Pandaria. It should have always been him, man. It should have always been him. You will save us. Yeah, that's the thing as well, Hookster. It's like, it's never one person. It's never one person. What do I just, I mean, I can go right past.
Pass through the wall on my command.
Or on mine. You know, whichever.
Brace yourselves. Pass through the wall, quickly. I cannot hold it much longer.
It's not a whole lot of units, but sure, it'll have to do.
Once a breach has been made, the pain is bearable. Just give me a moment.
Okay, you take a nap. I'll be here when you're back. You need to get a new PC. It doesn't need a very powerful PC, though. Go, hold on. Now we have to. What's it called again? Yeah, it is called this.
No such thing.
gammon will save us.
What
I'm
are
gonna
we
save
if not
everybody.
slaves to this
As long as they
world?
don't bring green Jesus back, fine with whenever. I think they've ruined him enough now. Well, this is my horde, Kablepus. I just played on my priest, and it's Shadow again, so... It was always Shadow. I mean, it was Disc for a bit, but we don't talk about that, okay? Malfurion will return with his forces, but until then, let's press on. Oh, we're not. Okay, so this is just like, kill people. I get that. They've brought their siege weaponry to the field. Oh, how dare they! How dare they! Fighting back and all that. From bully to hero for the horde. He's already my hero, man. You know this. I'm literally slapping him with a shovel now. I don't know how to feel about this. Might be here a while. How many mounts don't you have? I have a lot of mounts. But I collect them, so it's not weird. But I mean, I'm only using my favorite button for these, because... Can you get down here, you weirdo? Strange man. Oh, I do need to collect that armor, if that's even possible. Oh. Well, in that case, you might need a PC to do it. Hi, guys. Just hanging out, I see. Same, same. I feel bad for doing this. Don't take any talents. No, I won't, don't worry. I'm not taking any talents. I refuse. Actually, I still need one. Huh. And I mean, it's not... They're not dying at, like, no speed at all, so it's okay. Building the game throwers. I've not heard that one before.
We are the Forsaken.
Is this Dota?
Anyone
Not even
who
close.
stands in our way.
Talents are a crutch, exactly. See, you get me. You get me. You're one step closer to our goals. By killing everything. Just kill everything. Look up, okay. Ah, don't see much. See them scattered among the trees. Those brightly glowing owls are not living, breathing denizens of the forest. They are Kaldorei magic. Sentries. A ruse. Teleporting, or sorry, reporting. Or both, you know, whichever. Everything they see back to Malfurion. We can't have that, now can we? Deal with them, Yorveth, but take care. They aren't the only enemies in the forest. We cannot allow anything or anyone to stand in our way. Ooh. And he just drops straight from the sky. Nice one. Hello, Sentry Owl. I feel rude for doing this too. I'm kind of interested to hear what Medicine thinks about this. I mean, has no one asked him? I feel like someone would have asked him by now. Might have to go the budget route again. Oh. We need, Warcraft on PlayStation or some shit. What has happened in the, I think, year or so? Hour, I guess? Oh, you just switched to Hort when left. We sat around talking a lot, so you didn't even miss that much. You honestly didn't miss that much. A lot of talking is what you missed. Why did I mount for that? That was no distance at all. Hey, dragon. Good evening. Actually, I was calling you Bill. We have too many dragons already. The usual. The usual, exactly. I feel like most of my streams I just stop halfway to talk about stuff. I apologize for nothing. I like how these respawn behind me. Can you get closer? Okay, no? Alright, cool. This is fine. It just feels really weird to shovel them to death. I'm not necessarily complaining, but it is a bit weird. My throat does not like talk easy. I just want a cutscene with only Critical Role cast members as voice actors. Actually, does Matthew Mercer voice anything in World of Warcraft specifically? Because I don't actually know. I don't think he does. A part of me hopes that the new Zandalari will take over the Horde. I highly doubt that, though. I mean, it'd be interesting, but I highly doubt that. Shovel wood is an effective weapon. As you can see, I'm murdering with it. I'm just saying it looks kind of weird. But I am Gammon, and I will save us, so it's okay. Matt is Rexar, really? Okay. And Ragnaros. I always thought that Ragnaros was done by Metsun as well. Been deceived. See, that one hits. Hallian as well. Okay, he voices a lot more than I thought. Never mind. Just random characters. I mean, okay, so we gotta get Jaina in there. Illidan. I guess Rexar makes sense somewhere. I don't know. Who else then? Meanwhile, just casually murdering the Force life. Don't mind me. The general problem with the Horde, for the Horde faction-wise, is that they lose Alliance out of need. Yeah, unlike the Alliance, which has had a longer history. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But like that makes them more interesting as well. In a sense, like it's. You absolute bastard. Actually, sod it. Worth it. Taliesin is some Draenei. Some Draenei! Travis is goblins, just in general, goblins. Oh yeah, I know about that, Energizer. Thanks for the follow, Natisa. Do you have any plans for Warcraft lore videos? No. No, I absolutely do not. Noble does everything you need. And Noble is Dutch as well. Guys, if you need Warcraft lore, just go to Noble. He knows. Travis is Turalian. Oh, seriously? Well, that guy's just done everything as well. I thought about going into WoW, but then I spent 16 hours in my first sitting and realized I would turn into Smeagol if I did. Nice. With the eyes of the Force shut, one thing remains. The ears. Ancients. They feel the vibrations of our footsteps and report our every move to Malfurion. Got that torch handy? That is rude, Sylvanas. Don't do that to people. I mean... do I guess I wait? Guess I wait. Hello. Here you're burning. If I ever need to re-roll faction for rating reasons, then Worgen I will go. I approve of that, even though I'm a Void Elf now. I do hope that they're gonna switch up the Worgen looks though, because female Worgen looks terrible. It just does. I know not everyone thinks that, but I do. It looks terrible. Overgrown chihuahuas. My first own character was a male Worgen Fury warrior. Dude! My warrior is also male Worgen. Nice.
I have no time for games.
Let us take this ancient grove. Again, rude. And I'm still wearing a shovel? Ha!
Foul deeds desecrate this sacred place. Undo Falador.
Malfurion, how gracious of you to join us. would have guessed that you had come to protect your precious trees.
Be gone, witch.
No! My eyes! It burns. Where did you fly away to, little bird?
Get bamboozled.
We are the Forsaken.
There will never be anything more terrible than male Draenei. Yeah, but have you seen female Worgen though? Have you? Drive the furbolgs out again? We have not moved all of our troops into Darkshore yet, but I think we have enough to justify establishing a foothold somewhere. I know just the place. Just south of here is the Flagwood Den. Its inhabitants, the furbolgs, have been driven into a hysteria. With our enemies pouring from the north, the furbolg threat is a nuisance we cannot afford. I will lead another squad past the wall while you negotiate with the furbolgs. Nice one! That sounds nice. Sorry you had to witness that, Pedri. Male Draenei are suave as fuck. You don't even believe that. Really? We're just gonna plant banners? Of course we're gonna plant banners. We needed 2 quests. One of them's gonna plant banners. I highly doubt the Horde's gonna go over there and be like, oh, look at these banners. I feel so inspired, but sure.
I need to get closer.
Worth it.
I don't have a target.
Wait, do we need to plant things in here? Oh no, we need to plant them there. Never mind. Everyone sucks except for trolls. Dude! What about blood elves? Are you kidding me? Also, this is still my bar, and I don't think I'm ever gonna leave it. It's gonna be there forever. As a reminder. Listen, the banners make no sense. Like, she explains it, but they make no sense. Look guys, Horde banners. Do you feel inspired yet? I bet you feel inspired. I feel so inspired. I quite like this legendary now. My most hated race is female orc and male Draenei. I have a female orc. Why are you hating on my female orcs, man?
I need a
Worth
target.
it? You know, they don't seem that frenzied when they're just sitting around sleeping. Might just be me.
I can't attack.
Elves are
that
devolved
target.
trolls. Devolved? I'm gonna call that evolved, but sure. Don't be mad, Energizer. She's a very beautiful, beautiful orc.
I need to target something first.
You're not part of the real Horde if you don't like female orcs, let's be real. I had to do LFR together with you on that thing! That thing?! Excuse you?
What joy is there in this curse?
Very rude. Subtle gestures. I don't think we ever did subtle gestures, Sylvanas. Don't lie to yourself. Once we've conquered Darnassus, the elders of the Blackwood tribe will be thanking us for the restoring peace to the den. Okay, Sylvanas. Okay. Hey, I never said I was part of the real Horde. Gotcha. While the rest of our army sets up camp, you should follow me. I spotted something interesting on my way back from Zoramgar. I'll admit, not even I could have predicted such fortuitous happenstance. Come with me, Yorveth, and bring a pickaxe. Excuse me? I'm not bringing a pickaxe.
Gather your gear and follow me. Bring every shredder we have.
Because... Fine, don't tell me. It's fine. I'm not mad. I feel Varix would be the best war chief. He'd be like, alright, see that tree? Wait, what? Okay, you got me right confused there.
Yeah? What do you want?
Azerite. With this in our grasp, all who dare to oppose the Horde will fall. Proceed with caution, champion. It seems the Alliance has beaten us to it. That ship must have come from Darnassus, which means I have a crow to hunt.
Excuse. Okay, just leave me here. It's fine. Okay, so we're gonna get some Azerite because, you know, in this timeline we're here lost.
Hey, I got your back.
I mean, I would listen to his quest text, but he's not that interesting. Barracks from Avatar: Legend of Korra. I've not watched that. I'm sorry. I watched the original Avatar, but not Legend of Korra. Made a huge mistake. Never mind. No, I haven't. I'm actually gonna... Listen, while I do this quest, I'm gonna turn off the music. Or turn on music, because, fun as they are... It's not that interesting to listen to. I mean, there's so many shows I still need to watch already. I barely have time. Looking at how much armor those sentinels have, it's no wonder they lost. I know. It's... I mean, I should have actually listened to this one just later, but hey. It just happened this way. I didn't choose. Oh, we love dwarves in our own time. You know, if they all came from that boat, they have just as many issues housing people as that person with 5 beds. I'm just saying. No one here knows how numbers work. Actually, sold it. Really? That's what your spawn- oh, golds. Why were you not fighting? Strange lady. Yeah, it's like not even just TV shows, but movies in general. I have so much that I still need to see. Are you implying with this music you wanted the tree burned? Sure, that's exactly what I'm implying. You know, that's what I set out to do today. Burn a tree. You didn't know that? I didn't either. Hey buddy, you don't have a pickaxe, I don't know what you're doing. Currently I am. Listen. You gotta RP whatever side you're on. That's the rules. Fairly certain nature's got you beaten on that go. Also that. I think we got a handle on things here. You gotta bring all this Azerite back to Zarvik Blastwicks at the main camp. He's gonna know just how to use this stuff to really take down the Alliance. That's just rude. Guess he doesn't have anything to say. This one has nothing to do with burning. Neither does this one. Neither does this one. Sure, that one works. I still believe that the fire started from a forgotten cooking fire. Yeah, forgotten cooking fires they fired at the tree. But yeah, sure. Close enough. Daily life. No one called 911. There's their problem. Azerite, for me, you shouldn't have. Just kidding, of course you should have. This guy. Oh. I mean, what do you actually do with the Azerite? Okay, he's a bit too happy about this. A little gunpowder, some fuses and copper chips. How does he immediately know how to use this? Do I really want to ride this thing? As thick as a bomb. No, seriously. It could blow the top hat off Galliwax's pleasure palace. Makes a goblin proud, you know. The tree caught fire from this damn summer heat. Uh-huh. And again, summer heat that was thrown at them through catapults, of course. Not just like this. Let me tell you, kid, this may be some of the best work I've ever done. Now that the upgrades are in place, there's no time to waste. The battle is raging over at Wild Bend River. Take the modified Hellion into battle and give him hell. Is it not going to just explode? Okay, I'll take your word for that. Evening, Everthil. That's a bit of a ride, isn't it? There's a lot more vehicle-driven questing on the Horde side than there is on the Alliance side. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. It doesn't tell you anything. Are we there yet? Jesus Christ. I think the Night Elves just got really fired up by those orcs in their woods. Listen, how many puns can you really make about a tree going up in flames? The Horde quests already feel longer than the Alliance. They kind of do, but it's also because I'm doing them all in one go, right? So I'm not sure that counts. Because I think this was the last part of the previous one. Is this one bugged? Oh no, it isn't. And we weren't even fighting here on her Alliance character. Feels bad. Can I actually move? Oh dude, I can. What am I doing? Much easier. That's just proof that Goblin Engineer is superior to Gnome one. Now listen, Gnomes have different engineering, okay? That's not comparable at all. When I say we, I don't actually have a single Gnome character. Gnomes have like teleportation device and shrinking rays and whatever. Goblins just have a lot of explosions. A bad tree of them. I should have seen that one coming. For every enemy we slay to replace them on the battlefield. You know, that's funny, because the other side said exactly the same. This still made us unwise to pursue. Let's regroup at Blackwood Den. We've been doing that all day. Off I go then. Explosions, I need more explosions. I mean, really, what else have goblins ever made? Can you think of an instance where you're like, a goblin made this thing and it never exploded ever? Because I can't. Like, shredders, I guess, are the closest to it. Maybe? Really great, by the way. Speaking of gnomes, and a bit unrelated to this quest, but to raiding, apparently engineers can now make a battle res item that anyone can use. Really? I mean, I'm not saying that... Listen, do we really need classes anymore at this point? Just give everyone everything, it's fine. Where do we go from here, War Chief? That's a good question. Oh, she's gonna say things now. Damn it! I'm gonna have to stop you there again, guys. Sorry. Sound back on.
I will continue leading our soldiers through the wall while we await word from Sarfang. In the meantime, we will do all that we can to keep the Kaldori under pressure. We shall not afford them the luxury of a peaceful night's rest. This is war.
Sounds wonderful.
I have no time for games.
We must wait for Sarafang to return before we proceed. Well, it's already the next day. Ah, look, he's back. He's very back. Sarafang, it's about time. Look around you, hero. Never mind. Are you just gonna read it out? She is. Okay, cool.
What a lovely sight. The wisps are scattering. One by one, the wall comes crashing down.
Why does she sound so happy about
Now is
this?
the time. The world tree is ours for the taking. Find Sarfang. We shall finish this once and for all.
You mean he will? Considering he's the one who's gonna stab someone in the back. Oh. I should probably get this transmog done at one point. Actually, don't track this, please. Goblin engineering is like USSR engineering. You don't know how, but it will work for years. Of course there will be some accidents, but all within margin of error. Of course. Some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make. All of it can backfire, Energizer. Goblins do. Yeah, but that's just sound effects. I need voices. I literally just need the voices. There's no wrong place for citizens of Dalaran, Bilsknir. You know this. Honestly, I've not even heard it very often anymore. I mean, I tried watching on mobile a few times, but I also just hate how small the screen is. Like, you can barely see what's being played. Is that... Wait, Hoxtis, is that actually something they use in game? Because that's a pretty good slogan, to be honest. Look, transmog is the true endgame in any game, and we all know this, so... Don't lie to yourself, you know it's true. Do you think people at GC will appreciate it? You can always try. I'm not gonna stop you. And a group leader yelled at every time a care package was coming by. What the fuck?
I serve the Horde.
And mounts. Wait, what?
The Horde will.
There's no mounts, right? Right?
Speak quickly and speak the truth.
Our journey was treacherous, but we never lost sight of our goal. You're all treacherous, it's fine. I will not slay innocents. If they do not raise arms against us, we shall spare them. But she won't, though. Enter Lordanel and capture any civilians you find there. They shall be questioned and then released.
Do not grow old.
No, they won't. Lordanel is all that stands in our way before we capture Darnassus and reclaim Kalimdor. Rout the defenders. We cannot risk allowing a single enemy to escape until we have secured control over the World Tree. Okay. I feel like, are we just gonna trade things now? Like eventually the Horde will just have Kalimdor and the Alliance will only have Eastern Kingdom, but all of it? Like, the Blood Elves are gonna have to leave in that case. You tried to make noodles and tea. Managed to pour a tea bag into the noodles cup instead of the herbs. I am not surprised. Yo, where's the tree? Yeah, exactly. He's like, when are you gonna ask this? Lordanel has mustered significant reinforcements from the shore. On this shore also. Enough to drive us back. How? But okay.
In battle.
Okay, so this is basically where we were when we started. Why would I kill this tree? Never mind, I will kill this tree.
I need to target something first.
But I'll kill the defender first, because I know what that works like. The Draenei still have their islands. Oh, that's true, actually. It's quite empty. Come with us to safety. We will not harm you. Oh, and you're just gonna believe that? Okay. Why would you do that? Why would you believe that? Why would you be like, oh, look, this Horde tells me to trust them and to leave with them. I'm just gonna do that. I'll do that. I love trusting people that are untrustworthy. That is one gullible elf. Oh, you said it. Except that BC racist does not exist in that picture. I literally just said the Blood Elves, Alex. The only ones I forgot were the Draenei.
I don't have a target.
Yes, I do. You have a quest. I'm not even trying there.
I can't attack that.
And to find 7 more gullible elves. Something tells me I'll find them rather easily. Look, another one. And another one. Oh, you're a gullible gnome. Never mind. Thanks for the follow, Hydra. And another gullible gnome. There's also a lot of gullible gnomes here. Hello, gullible citizen. Try to click on Sylvanas many times, see what she says. She just gets annoyed. Like, that's still a thing from Warcraft 3.
I can't attack that target.
That's true, exactly. Like you can't really make promises you can't keep. Oh, a gullible worgen. Goodbye, gullible worgen. You're an idiot. What would I have done if I couldn't find gullible people? Ah, a gullible human. Can I capture you and totally not at all torture you? Sure thing, sounds fun. You don't even know what they're saying. They could be cursing me out for all I know.
I need to get closer.
I don't think they are, but I should say that they would. I like how they know in which direction to run. They might just be traitors. I'm not saying that they are, but they might be. I'm tempted to turn off the music again because I need to get closer.
I can't attack that. I'm out of range. I need a target. It's too far.
Still agreeing. You don't actually know. They might just be running off. It's like, yeah, sure, I'll go there. Actually, no, I won't. Goodbye. You don't technically know what they're gonna do. Hey, pizza. Good evening. Who plays with error speech on? I don't normally play with sound on in general. Ever. It's just that right now... Seriously? Another moth? My life is moths right now. Like, right now I just wanted to hear the voice acting for the quests. But normally I just listen to music, so... You need to get very close to those heavily armored elves. Elves. Quote unquote.
Can't attack that target.
My character doesn't want to attack the target. It's not the same thing. You're just lazy. I'll turn that off then, just for you guys. Where are you? Who wants to die? It can't be me. Where are you? Where's the corpse of whatever I'm killing? Oh, there you are. One needs more cooldowns for this shit. Hey, Spellcaster. Good evening. I literally just want the voices though. Feeling. Are we there yet? Okay, maybe next time I'll do talents. No promises though. I always imagined Jordath being edgy. Obviously. Why do you think I made him a demon hunter? Like, it doesn't get edgier than this. Like, you can imagine Jordath going, I've sacrificed everything. What have you given? We've shown honor to our enemy today. Ooh, that's ironic. Oh, that's already the last one. Okay. Something is amiss. There has been no sign of storm rage. Malfurion would have never let Lordanel fall without a fight. His wife, on the other hand, totally would. He must have gone after her. My army has approached from the north, and our reinforcements have arrived from the south, which means that they are not along any of the roads. Search the force with me, Jordath. We will find them and be done with this once and for all.
Today, on the field of battle. Make haste. The war chief awaits.
What, again? You look almost exactly like me. Huh. See what he says then. You're here since the first cutscene. Really? I did not notice you. Yes?
The war chief faces storm rage alone. I must
be a douche.
Sour fang. A dishonorable blow. I regret it.
Regret nothing.
Like, she talks like... I said this before, but she talks like a PvPer. Like, she was about to lose, and she's like, I would have been fine. Victory was inevitable. You were so standard.
Finish him and be done with it. Take a moment if you like. Then take his head.
And they use pain as a resource. Yeah, there you go.
You
There you go.
have led your horde in service of death. You will regret this day.
Will I though? Will I really?
Malfurion! No!
Yes.
You did not kill him, or
I hope not, Energizer.
I struck without honor. I did not deserve to end him.
this entire war is without honor. How dare you spill so much innocent blood for nothing?
Not for nothing. We spill blood so that the Horde will endure.
Because you spared Malfurion, I will offer you a choice. Attempt to stop me from taking him away and die, or remain there kneeling in the dirt and live.
I will say the voice acting is really on point.
Have a choice as well.
Like
Take
this
him to
entire patch.
Darnassus, and both of you will fall when we conquer it, or flee somewhere far from here, so that you both survive.
No, I didn't really want to be a relationship advisor, no.
We must
It's a
follow our
kamikaze.
chief to victory.
Victory, quote unquote. And also Sabaku, thank you very much for the follow. Oh my god. Entire thing just bugs out at this point. Debuvox also, thank you for the follow. This is just gonna have the same cutscene again. I'm gonna skip it this time, because obviously we've already seen it, so...
What joy is there in this?
So ready. Is it? Yeah, it is. Okay. I love that nobody gives a fuck about you standing beside him fully armed. Exactly. She's like, oh, Sourfang, it was just you. Champion of the Horde? I'll deal with you later. I'm Hearthstoning now. I know, Pedri, we've already played through.
We are the Forsaken. We will
The flames
slaughter
cast
anyone
Sylvanas'
who
face in
stands
shadow.
our way.
Oof.
When I sent you on this mission, I did not foresee this outcome. Our attack was meant to end a war before it began. To capture an enemy's home and annihilate their leaders in one stroke. To inflict a wound that would bleed the Alliance dry. We have only partially succeeded. The Alliance will retaliate. They will come for us. For me, for you.
I'm not a part of this party.
But they are bleeding. Their anger will prove a weakness, not a strength, in the war to come. Rest while you can. Prepare for the battles ahead. I will have need of you.
Okay, so we get no reason, I guess. Thank you so much for the resub, Molly. Welcome back. Whoop whoop, and dude. I can actually turn on music again. Okay, so... Exactly, Karnark, yes, that. So we played through both sides now. We've seen everything. She didn't have a reason to do this. So if we're going by all the things that we just know right now, nothing else, then she literally talked to the elf in front of the tree who said, nah, you can't kill Hope. And then she was like, well, then I'll burn the tree. It's completely screwing over her plan otherwise. Like, that's... We didn't get a reason. We didn't get a reason, because for all she knows, Malfurion was dead at the time. Because we didn't get, like, an interim cutscene of Sourfang telling her, hey, I didn't kill Malfurion, by the way. Sorry about that. Just, she got a hissy fit after the dying elf. Yeah, it's like, but, like, that's the stupidest reason in the world. Because when I saw, at first I only saw the cutscene, obviously, and nothing else. So I was like, that can't be it. Because that is so dumb. There's no way that's it. But I guess it is. I guess it is. She did it because blood. Yeah, what Luxov said. They have a point. I'm just saying. RP, walk that off. It's just gonna be a joke, Naku. I know it is. Let me see. Yeah, well, I mean, that is basically the reason, though, Naku. That is basically the reason. I'm more confused by I didn't foresee this outcome. Like, the hell you did! Exactly! She gave the order! Like, and she had a plan, so this was obviously... Okay, technically this was not the outcome that she foresaw, but like the only reason it turned out differently is because she said burn it down. Not because anything unforeseen happened, unless you call someone saying stuff to you unforeseen. Which it isn't, Sylvanas. It isn't! You managed to save a whole 40, yeah, I just gave up halfway. I was like, that's never gonna happen. Nowadays, I prefer to watch Jinsey do it instead of playing it anymore. You're welcome. I mean, I don't know what another reason would be, Naku, because that's... Seriously. Psychological warfare, it's not due to that. This isn't high school drama. No, no, definitely not. Nope. You can't kill hope. Oh my dear. Yep. And it still doesn't even work. Like, we already know that it doesn't work. Because... Hold on. What's it called again? Something with a bat. Where's the bat? Bat! I have too much stuff. One of the last of the giant bats to escape Undercity following the siege of Lordaeron. So Lordaeron falls. So it doesn't even work out. It doesn't even work out. I don't even know. Also, just saying, this mount is really cool. I really like it. And I would just resub just to get this mount quickly, because I'm pretty sure you can't get that after the free patch is gone. If that is really the reason that's not morally grown, that's just being an immature little child. I mean, I don't know what they're doing with her. I don't know, like, I don't know what they're doing with her, but I'm gonna just watch other people talk about this as well, because has the map changed? I mean, you can travel through time, so I guess, I mean, I think it's just the look on the horizon, and that's it. I don't think it's much else. We still have the same... Oh, this is like literally right around the corner. Not that I can be bothered. It looks the same. I mean, you can't go there, I guess. What happens when I fly over there? Let's find out. You get it by just doing the pre-patch, youngin. Literally just do the pre-patch quest until Teldrassil is set on fire. Let's get fatigued. What if your Hearthstone's in... Yeah, you can't actually go there. I mean, Exeter is fine still. For now. Novel just said they're... Hold on. They're making her the enemy of life or something along those lines. Yeah, I mean, that's what the elf said. The elf said, you've made life your enemy, and that's a war you're never gonna win or something like that. I mean... She's undead. I don't know that that threat really has much effect. It's just weird for her to just throw away such a valuable, I want to call it a target, because it kind of is at that point. Like, the Alliance would try to take it back, obviously, but they have hostages at that point, so it would be really hard. Now they don't have hostages, because everyone's dead. There is one for our Alliance as well. The Alliance gets... I don't think I can see that here. Can I see that here? No, I can't. But we get a hippogriff, basically, on the Alliance side. No one coming to Exeter anyway, and it was assaulted by demons during a good inland quest line. Yeah, the Exeter is kind of an empty hub, honestly. Who really goes to Exeter these days? No one. Where is the bling decor? I don't think they could move that over that fast. I don't understand why... Okay, listen, what I don't get is why they didn't alert any other Alliance members, basically. Because pretty much all of the Horde is here. They have trolls, they have Tauren, orcs. Like, everyone's here, basically. And there's just Night Elves. So, nobody thought, hey, let's just collectively have a teleporting session and get over here? Literally no one thought that. Like, you can't have a world with teleporting magic and then just say, let's never use it. Even when it makes all the sense in the world. Just never use it. I'd call this character assassination because Sylvanas is not this dumb. Exactly. Sylvanas, like, she makes weird decisions sometimes, but she usually has a reason to make these decisions. Like, she knows why she's doing it. Here, I have no idea why she's doing it. Hey, Ayla. Good evening. Well, you're very welcome, heretic. So they teleported and not their citizens along with them. Yeah, like, Tyrande just left. She... I don't know. I definitely don't get the Tyrande thing. Like, Tyrande just has one Hearthstone, says, toodles them out, and just leaves her people to die. Like, why? Why would you do that? It's called plot needs no teleport stuff. Yeah, but that's why it's stupid. That's exactly the reason why you don't add time traveling. That's why you add restrictions to teleportations, which they didn't. Like, they didn't even try to explain it. It's like, oh, people can't teleport right now because I set down an anti-magic zone or something. No. Just forget the teleportation happens, right? Don't worry about it. Well, that's the thing. They aren't Bilsknir because Tyrande literally Hearthstoned out. Literally Hearthstoned out. I can't. Dear Lord. I don't know. Tyrande's just a priest. What could she have done? I know, right? Not like she could heal anything. After the Dalaran coup, they installed teleportation wards in Teldrassil, but they still have other portals. They have plenty. They have plenty. They were standing in front of the portal in the Alliance quest. They were standing in front of the portal and going, oh, leave without me, when they were in front of the portal. No, because Tyrande got a Stormwind Hearthstone from Anduin. Makes sense, right? Yeah, basically. I don't even know. See you, Septic. Have a good night. You could do the Hearthstone, basically, but no one did. Issue is teleportation magic in lore and story is insanely difficult. Just like casting a successful res. And game mechanics don't account for lore. I guess. But I don't think it would necessarily be that difficult to just have like a small plot reason why they can't teleport. Anything, really. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It rubs me the wrong way. Yeah, in Warcraft 3 teleporting was reserved to powerful mages. You saw, I think, Antonidos, who was like, I'm literally hearing the teleportation sound in my head right now, where they teleported a bunch of people away. But he was like the only one who did that. Who you saw do that, at least. Also, very ironic song. Very ironic song. There are teleports used by high-level mages, but not as means as mass transport as well. No, like, I get that. But, like, the player isn't gonna see it that way. Like, I'm as the player, I'm like, what the... You clearly got Hearthstones. You clearly got Hearthstones. You just used one in the plot. I know about the lore of WoW, but not some of the less major events in the story. I mean, I like pandas too, but not to play one. Yeah, like, exactly, KMREC. Just literally anything like that. Or just, like, the fact that there is a massive amount of wisps just in this forest right the hell now. That could already mess with teleportation. Something like that. Maybe people just hate portals. I see what you did there, Karnork. Illidan ported all the time in Warcraft 3. Yeah, he didn't care, man. Lore, whatever. Oh. I'm glad someone does, Filu. I'm glad someone does. Hey, Bob. Good evening. The civilians are starting to boycott teleporting for reasons. I prefer the wisp reason over that one. Oh yeah, Azurite, actually. There's Azurite in here as well. That could mess with it. That's a good one. Why does Sylvanas Sarafang run around in Grant Mounts? and beat you to the destination while you're flying. I mean, why don't they have flying mounts in the first place? Because NPCs do! Like, when you... The guy at the start, the rogue, had a bat. We were flying around together. But not the boss, man. Not the boss. Gotta look cool. I've been trying out WoW for a little bit now. I don't honestly care about the raids and dungeoning. How long would you say it would take to complete the story up to this point? Quite a while. Quite a long while. Because they actually nerfed leveling a while back, so it takes some time to get there. Like, immensely so. I would actually buy a boost if you still want to make this event and you don't have all that time. The best ending to this would have been Geralt appearing, killing Sylvanas, and having Saurfang ask, "What are you doing?" Killing monsters. Yup. Is this The Witcher 4? Close enough. I have many headaches from all this. I don't disagree. Yeah, I was gonna play Zelda as well, but it's like... We had too many breaks where we just started talking, so I don't think that's gonna happen anymore. Sorry. All the wisps on Mind Hogel didn't block Jaina from teleporting her whole base away twice. That's true. But then we can still go with the Azerite. That didn't exist. Still. Yeah, it came wreck, but if he wants the mounts from this, which is limited time, he kinda has to rush. She even gives you the bat at the end. Exactly! Why didn't you just use that? They buffed it again? By how much? Because it was really slow, I know. Or just get BFA with a boost attached. Yeah, exactly. You get a free one. Oh, free one. Energize, I've already killed so many. I can take one day off. What was the Alliance story meanwhile? Basically just, well, the same as the Horde, but the other side from that same quest. Like, you're also taking civilians out in that. But by the end, instead of fighting here, you go into Darnassus, and you try to save as many civilians as you can, but like the counter is on 900 something, 932 people or something that you need to save, and you have 2 or 3 minutes to do it, so you always fail, and then your character suffocates, and you wake up in the Temple of the Moon again, and there's the Queen Greymane, who is trying to patch you up and tells you to flee in front of the portal, and then Gen Greymane jumps out of the portal and is like, "Oh, my love, you're dying," and she's like, "Oh, I know, but take everyone else first." And then he's like, "No, we'll take everyone, because I'm a badass," and then you all leave through the portal that's right next to you that everyone could have just used easily. And that's that, and then you get a mount, and then Anduin is like, "Whoa, man, that sucks. Have a hippogriff." My favorite comment on YouTube was something to the effect of, "What the fuck, Sylvanas, what have you done?" You get a mount though. Oh, that's cool then. Basically. I just think that cinematic skips a lot of what happened to Sylvanas. It just shows you her at one point in her life and then thousands of years later, no context. Yeah, but we know what happened to her, right? We've been following her for a while, which is also why that whole thing doesn't make any sense. I think she's smarter than this. But, I don't know. It feels weird for her to suddenly just turn around and be like, "Ah, fuck it, different plan." Plot holes, exactly. Plot holes everywhere. I wonder how the story of WoW will end. But even after Sargeras is dead, they'll be like, "Nah, you go after the old gods now." I mean, Sargeras is beaten now. He's locked away. We beat Sargeras. So now we're fighting the Void, I guess. And there's still, obviously still old gods that haven't gotten their true power yet, or their full power yet, because they're still also imprisoned. So everyone's just imprisoned together at this point. Doesn't this whole thing remind you of Ori and its plot? Yeah, but at least with Ori, everyone came back at the end. You know. Or is he? Ooh! Don't do that, Topsy. Don't do that. Yeah, the mounts will go. I'll show you the Alliance mount. So this mount is gonna be gone, which is a bat. And I don't know that it has one other model. I think it's... Isn't that the Death Knight mount or something that also has this? I'll show you the other one. I'll show you the Alliance one too. Only one flying mount. But Topsy, what if you want to collect? Can't I? I don't know. I mean, Sylvanas was always, I don't know, kind of off. She was always an outsider still, but I think that goes for most of the Horde. Wouldn't have been way cooler if the Horde did overtake Darnassus, and then Horde players could walk around the city and you could see how the Night Elves would live under Horde rule. I don't think so, because it wouldn't necessarily be rule. It would just be slaves, basically. Ah, fine, I'll leave. This is the hippogriff that you get. Is it a Batman? Not technically, but sure, for the sake of the joke, it's a Batman. I mean, I quite like it. I like the bat better, but yeah. So these are the mounts you get. And they will get removed. I'm actually gonna just turn off shadow form. It looks ridiculous. I did, youngin. I was a Worgen, and now I'm a Void Elf. The running animation is shit. I don't hate it. On the bat, it's kind of weird. I don't really hate Hippogriff running animations, though. Ali Mount is a little lame. So many Hippogriffs already. Yeah, I prefer the bat. But still. Shadow form with the mount glyph on. On this looks shit. I don't like the new shadow form. Was this permanent? Because I don't like the smoke. And the horns stab me? They're a bit far away for that. No, they don't. They can stab other people. That's fair enough. Yeah, I'm actually gonna call the stream like 20 minutes early as well, because like 20 minutes of Zelda would just be a bit of a waste. Oh man, I hope they give me a glyph to turn it back. I really like the older one. Like the old new one, I guess, quote unquote. Hey Evolution. Thanks for the host, dude. I was actually just about to leave. So you got me at an interesting time. How'd your stream go, dude? The bat looks like a demon bat is my only issue, not anything on Azeroth. True, but I think they were already part of the Undercity flight squad. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong, but I think they were. The oldest shadow form. No, I actually quite like the update that they made in Legion. Just like the old one, and then the Legion one, and then this one sucks. Thanks for follow, David Wilson. That bat has bigger shoulder pads than I do. Bigger lots of things than you do, probably. Maybe that we avoid form at some point. Actually, does it look... Does the void form also look like different or the same? Let's find out. You're playing a good-looking race now. Hardy har. I didn't have options, yeah? Yeah, no, I like this. This I like. I like the void form. I just don't like the shadow form. Right, like this is the shadow form then. Void form's way better. Clean out your quest log. Have you seen my bags? That's right, that's right. Here's your nightmare for the day. That statement could have burned a tree somewhere. I'm not responsible for anything after this. I'm not sorry! You're all going to bed with this. You see knife in there? Of course. I am never throwing those away. The target dummy has an orc face. Only this one. This PvP dummy. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go find someone else to host. Sorry, Evolution! My bags have always been, interesting. Oh, Eloa is also playing Warcraft. You guys can go and watch her play Warcraft. What's this? A Chimera? Oh, dude, I would totally get a Chimera mount. Anyway, yeah. I will see you guys tomorrow for, let's see, hold on. What day is today even? Today is Wednesday. Really? I thought it was Thursday. Hi. I'm awake. If you're on Discord, I'm gonna make a Google Doc where you can sign up for Stardew Valley multiplayer, depending on like time zones and things like that. So watch out for that. Tomorrow I promise I'll play Zelda. Have a very lovely evening, or morning, or afternoon. Have a very lovely day. And thank you very much for watching. Bye.